Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Now we created the hinges, we tested out the animation and that all worked. So now we're going to add one or two more bits to the door, and then we'll perhaps create some of the elements inside of the compartments. Right, okay, so I'm going to go side on. Let me select the door there. Okay, and what I'm going to do, let's add a cube. So there we go, there's a cube. Let's scale it down. Okay, and somewhere like that. Reset the scaling, Control A, set the scale, and let's edge mode, select that edge and that edge, front on. Okay, and this is going to be a handle. So what we're going to do, we're going to bevel it, okay, and slide this in till it's just about touching in the center like that, and then just turn a couple of times to give a roundness there. Okay, so that let me get rid of that bevel. Right, okay, that's fine. So now let me go to vertex mode, and let's deselect, grab that, okay, and let's just yeah, I'll try that, scale it down in the Z direction. There we go, something like that. Okay, so mesh, snap, cursor to selected, object mode, set the origin to 3D cursor, and put a mirror modifier on it. So there we go, and Y direction. Right, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to pull this back. It's far too, it's probably all right height wise, but it's far too long. So there we go, and let me reset the origin there. So there we go, snap, cursor to selected, okay, and let's set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. So yep, is that about right? Let's bring it, once come right across here, okay, and just trying to judge there what it looks like. I'll go for that. So let's scale it, let's scale X, okay, doesn't want to be too thick. Now when you're doing really close-up work, you never get a straight edge in the real world, so it's quite normal to put a bevel on an edge, but it all adds faces and it all adds geometry. So sometimes it's just not worth it unless it's vital to the look of the game, and you're never going to go so close to some of this stuff that you'll notice too much. You can give it a smooth shading anyway. But yeah, just you know, as I say, that wouldn't be natural to have that straight edge, but you know, sometimes it notices, sometimes it doesn't. So you know, you just play it by ear as to whether you want to put a bevel on edges. So let's move forward then. Let's now put a plate and a shaft on it. So let's put that shaft on it. So that's going, first off I need to disappear so I can actually see the rollout menu when I select it, cylinder, there we go, and I'm going to bring the menu up, change this to 12, it doesn't want to be all that round, and change the orientation, turn it to 90 degrees in the y-axis, and let's scale it down. There we go, and I'm going to just snap the cursor to that, and then let's snap this to the cursor. There we go. Oh, let me have a look at that again. Yes, it wants to scale down just a bit more. There we go. And now let's pull it back. Okay, let's look at it top view. Okay, there we go, and let's just grab this back bit and yeah, take it to about there. Okay, then now what we want to do is let's select these vertices, all but the center one. Yeah, that's okay, and let's just go E and Z and just raise those up like that. Yeah, that's okay, perhaps a bit more. Right, now do the same at the bottom. Okay, and let's go E and Z. There we go. Just judge it by eye. That should be all right. I think that's okay. Now, let me select these outer ones like that. There we go, and not that one. Okay, so just make sure you got those selected. Yes. So side on and just go E and Y. Oops, scale Y. Sorry, scale Y. That's it. So bring that out. Now, let's have a look. Yeah, that's probably just perhaps it will undo. Perhaps scale it a bit more in the Y direction, not much. And let's just bring these down so they're round again. That doesn't look bad as a plate, but that looks more like a house, a plate for a handle on a house door or something like that. So let's scale Z. Let's that's it, more like that. That'll do for now, because I want to just put in a cut there and a cut there. Okay, and let's scale Z0. I'll straighten these up, and let's undo that, grab that and scale Z0. Okay, and select both these now. Scale Z. Okay, bring them in and select these ones as well. Okay, and we're just gonna scale it out a bit in the center there. So scale Y and something like that will do. Now you could straighten those out. Scale Y0. There we go, and same here. Scale Y0. Okay, and yeah, let me look at that. Yeah, that's okay. And so now select the outside. So go into edge mode, select that outside. Is it select? I'm not sure whether it's selected it all. And oh, I'd be better off holding the shift down, wouldn't I? I keep forgetting to hold the shift down, so it's not going. It's losing it each time. Right, I think that's got it all. We'll soon know. Let's go E and X, and let's just. That's it. Yep, that's fine then. Okay, so there we have our handle. Let me just move the whole thing back. Hang on, I'll do it top view, and let's move both of them. Let's select both of them. There we go, and just move it back. Yep, that's fine. So there we go. There's our handle. Okay, and that's it. That's the handle. Now we can attach it to the door, and if we do that, because these are instances of the first door, then they'll all have the handle on. But I won't do that yet. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the handhold, handle on the side here, and that's what we'll do next. So we've made the door handle. Okay, let me move this across, because on the actual 307 it's right against the edge of the door, that the plate there. Right, okay, we want a grab handle now. Nothing too fancy, but we'll try and make it look the part with as few or as little geometry as we can get away with. And yeah, I'm going to go with that. Let me scale wide just a little bit there. Okay, as little geometry as we can get away with, because we need to be aware of how many triangles we're going to use on this. And I've not really explained, I don't think, about triangles. I may have in a previous one. If I haven't, I will explain when we look at levels of details and producing different levels of detail. So we will talk about it then. But for now, just keep the geometry as simple as you can get it, but try and make it look good. Scale X. So oops, scale X. So somewhere there. Okay, then let's move that back there. Okay, so simple shape for the grab handle. Okay, let me top view, and let me rotate this. Okay, I'm rotating and trying to get away with not too much distortion. So E, and just follow that. Gonna move this out a little bit and try and, as I say, I'm aware I don't want to create too much distortion here. So E, and just gone slightly off there, which I didn't want, but never mind. Okay, I can pull that back. There we go, and that's it. That's the simple shape I want. So now let me E, Z, let's pull this down probably about there. Okay, now this whole thing I'm thinking wants to go that way, so let me go into vertex mode, deselect. Okay, and I want to sort of shorten this, so let me move it that way, and you can see I'm just distorting it by pushing it in, so I'll have to just pull it back again. Okay, and yeah, I think that'll do. Okay, so there we go. Let me have a look. That's probably about the size. Okay, so now let me just select these. Now you'll notice that the gizmo is all over the place. I'm in normal mode. Do remember that when you are doing things, because you need to make sure you're aware that global and normal are acting differently on the model. Anyway, you can see that this is slightly out here. Don't worry about that, because I'm going to, in fact, I'll do it now. I'll do it now. I wanted to pull this down anyway. Now we'll have to go into global to do that. Okay, so let me pull that down. Okay, and let me see. Yes, I shall want to. I'm going to pull this. Okay, because I want to create. Let me pull it in a bit. I want to create a sense of roundness there, but not anything too too much. Right, now I'll have to go into normal, okay, because I pulled that out of a line slightly. It doesn't matter because it's sort of twisted there anyway, the actual handle. Let me move these back as well, global, and make that a little bit smaller. Okay, so let's get back to where I was before I diverted myself, and mesh, snap, cursor to selected, okay, and then let's go set origin to 3D cursor, and that'll enable us to put a mirror modifier on. Okay, and there we go, there is our grab handle, and let me just have a look. I'm going to move the whole thing back just there, maybe slightly too big, so I'm going to just moving that up. Right, so I'll just move that up a little bit. Oh, let me undo it because I've not got it all selected. Okay, and let me just move that up a little bit and reset this. There we go, and origin to 3D cursor. Okay, so that's it then. Now we want to try and make this look a bit rounded. Now there's a number of ways you can try and put bevels on if you want, but I can tell you now, if you start beveling these little bits, you'll soon start to build up this triangle count. At the moment it's saying 36, but remember that's because this mirror isn't applied. When I apply any modifier, it will increase the geometry. So in fact this is something like 70 odd, it'll be 70 odd vertices. So I want to try and keep it to a minimum. As I say, you can put something like a bevel modifier on, okay, and increase that, and you know, you can increase the amount there, and get the sort of roundness that you want. But I tell you, that will start to add a lot of geometry, and it's just not worth it. So what I would do is I would accept something simple, just like that. Just give it a little bit roundness. You could make another cut in there if you wanted to round that off a little bit more. That way, I'm going to put it, let's put it back in normal. That way, again, you're not adding too much geometry. Now it will appear I'm adding a lot of geometry here, but the thing is that you can lose this bit here. You don't need it. So let me select those, X and dissolve edges. Same here, X and dissolve edges. There we go. So yeah, you can play about and just try and create a sort of roundness. It will fool the eye and people will think, yeah, that looks roundish. Okay, and of course once you've done that, I'm just going to duplicate it, make a copy of it, then yeah, put smooth shading on it, okay, and straight away that's looking sort of as if it's a sort of roundish metal. So personally I would say yes, go for something like that. Let's go here, and now I just need to add a cylinder, but I'm going to make myself disappear on my monitor because I won't see the otherwise I don't see the rollout. Right, don't want only want speed 7. Okay, and we want to rotate Y 90. There we go. and just scale it down. Okay, and just put that bolt up here somewhere. Scale, there we go. Okay, scale X. Oops, wrong one. Let me reset rotation and scale. Scale X. That's better. And put that there like that. Now, again, to sort of make it more authentic, you might want to. You could slope that in a bit, because it is it's sort of hammered. That end is sort of hammered flat to enable that. Whether you'll see that detail, I don't know. It won't add to your geometry, so you're all right. You could do that and try it if you want to. That will all give the look of an engineered bit of metal, if you like. Okay, so that's that. Let's we still got the mirror on, so let me see. We can still we can join that. There we go, and we've got the bolt at the other end there. Okay, so that looks all right. Now let's give it a bit of shading. Okay, and let's just add a material. Okay, and let's UV edit, scale, and there we go. Oh, I didn't select it all, did I? I'm going to undo that. Okay, because I didn't select it all here, so select it all. That's it, and scale, select and scale. There we go. Remember, I say this all the time, but this is not the final material, so the UVs are not necessarily correct. You might need to go and redo them later on. So there we go. There's the grab handle. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. That will do the business. Okay, let's delete this one now. X and delete. Okay, and let me just look at how many. Oh, no, that'll tell me a lot of triangles. Let me just have a look at how many triangles that is. 67. Double that up, 120. Okay, so that's not too bad. If you start using things like subsurface modifiers on that to try and get around this, it will move it up into the thousands. So don't bother, just try and get something that looks vaguely correct. You could pull those down even more, you know, to give the effect, and I might do, but I won't do them in this tutorial, but I might to try and round it, because it does curve quite a lot there. Okay, so that's the handle. There we go. And it still might be a little big, so I still might just trim a little bit off there once I've had a look. In fact, I'm going to now, because I know that that's too big. So let me move that up to there. Same thing, mesh, snap, cursor to selected, and let's now origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Okay, that will do. And there is the grab bar. Okay, so then just a couple more bits on the door, the outside here, and we'll start to look at the inside. Okay, this is not completed. That doesn't mean that's all we're going to do on the outside, but I just want to do those couple of bits here first. So let's go and add a bit more to this. So just a couple bits here. Let me move that back. Right, first off, let me create cube here. Okay, and let me scale this down. What I want to do is, while I've got that there, I'm going to do it on the outside. Scale Z. There we go, and let's look. Scale Z. Yep. Okay, so scale X. Now, I want to just create the lock on the other side there. So let me select that. Okay, and let me select this face. Now, don't want to make it too complex. So, in fact, let me okay, and scale. Yes, scale X. I was going the right way, and scale Y. Okay, and let's go E, and move that back a bit like that. Okay, and yes, it's not too complex, this shape. Let me go into this mode. Let me select these inner vertices. I'm obviously pressing the wrong button there because I was pressing and nothing was happening. There we go. And free and scale. So bring that in a bit like that. Okay, and then simply well, we can either, I suppose we could just and cut it like that and scale X. Let's bring it in. Okay, and what I'm going to do then, I'm going to get rid of a lot of that geometry. Let's select this E. Okay, just bring that like that. Okay, take it over a bit of an angle. Okay, and I think that will probably do us. You're not going to inspect that very much there. Perhaps let's just scale this a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. And perhaps move it, because I think it's in the middle. Let's yeah, let's go there, deselect. Let's just grab that and just move that over. I'm on normals. That's it, like that. I suppose I should have pulled that over that way. Yeah, let me pull it over that way. There we go. So yeah, I think that will suffice as a lock. I may need to pull out something to just show that you know, it's screwed onto the coachwork. Top view, let me just make it a bit thinner, a bit too thick. Okay, and that's it. So okay, that's going to be the lock. Okay, on the other side of here, and so let's roughly, well, no, it's got to line up there. Okay, and rotate that 180. There we go, and that will go on the other side of the door. Sort of here. Hang on, let me undo that. That's it, and there we go. So that will sit there. Okay. Right, last thing here that I want to do is actually oh, I'm not sure I'm not sure what they're called now, but they're sort of buffer type things that stop the woodwork banging together, and there's just a couple of them. So we let's add a cylinder. No, I'll make myself disappear first because I want to alter the amount of segments. So cylinder, and let's put this up at I'm going to go for 16 and rotate it in Y90. There we go. Okay, scale it down. Okay, and we want one goes somewhere here. Okay. Now, literally, you've seen these things. They're the things like you have on doors, and this could be as complex as you want it. But I think it would be a waste to do anything but simply scale down one end to let me scale it in just like that. To be honest. I think that's all you're going to get. The only thing is if you put a bolt there or something like that, which you could do, I suppose. Let me, let me E and scale. Okay, and no, undo that. Scale it a bit more. Okay, and E. Okay, yeah, so there we go. Now you may be applying too much detail to this 124 triangles just for that. It may not be worth it, but we'll do it anyway. And we can always reduce it if we want. Okay, so let's just add, let me just snap to selected. Let's just add another cylinder and make this 7. Okay, and 90 there, and just scale it down. Okay, and I don't even think you're going to see this, to be honest, but there we go. Scale X. Now, one thing that we could do, okay, one thing we can do with this, for a start, I'm going to make another cut. Might as well. Well, if we're going to try and sort of shape this, let me come out. That's it. Let me put this cut here and front on, and I'll just straighten it out. There we go. Whoops. There. Okay. Yeah. Probably putting too much geometry there. Let me shade it smooth. Okay. And yeah, you could leave it like that. Let's join that bolt onto it. Okay, you could always take these things off if you want at a later stage. Okay, so that's there, and you want one over here where it bangs against the bodywork. So duplicate. Okay, and put that one over there somewhere. No one's going to measure it as to whether well, you could attach it to the door and then move this so that it does meet when the door's open, but I don't think anyone's going to take too much notice. So there we go. That's you can again, you could possibly select it. I don't know whether perhaps you'd make it green. Scale, select all, scale. you could do that, I suppose. Let me have a look. Yeah, and you can do the same here. Select and yeah, temp and select all, scale, and there we go. So there we go. Let me there we go. So there's the stops there, and the grab handle and the handle for the door. That's it for now for the outside. There's lots of things. We've got vents and everything to put on. We won't do that yet a while, because I think what I'd like to do is some modelling on the inside, so that again we can try things out, and one of them would be the carriage view and that. So there we go. That's it. We've got our lock on the inside that perhaps could have a bit more modelling, but it's reasonably simple. And we might just curve, but we'll see as we go along. But there we go. We've got a little bit of furniture around the door, and now we'll have a look at producing something for the inside of the carriage. Okay, remembering we'll put arrays on all these so that they will all just fill all the doors. Okay, so let's finish this off by repeating these so you can see what it looks like. So first off, let's reset the scaling. There we go, and now let's add a modifier. Let's add another modifier. We'll go for an array, and we want 9 of them. There we go, not relative but a constant offset. Select constant offset and -1.916. We've had that figure before. So there we go, grab handles now on all of them. Same here. Let's make sure we're resetting the scale on these two. Okay, and again it's the same thing. We could copy the modifiers, don't forget, I'm just yes, I did, didn't I? So we should be able to select that, and then go L and copy modifiers. Okay. Oh, I've copied the mirror. I've copied this had a mirror on it, so I've copied that. So it's done me no good, because I'm going to have to. All I got to do is get rid of the mirror, really. So let me make sure I'm on the right things. Okay, and just delete the mirrors. That's it. There we go. And so now there we have it. There's our sort of stops. Okay, and now you can, if you're happy with this, commit your array, select that, and then select your door and go join. There we go. And now you've got handles. You might want to give them a bit of a, let me select all, front on. Let's give it a bit of a material. Okay, yes, it's all selected. So scale, select all, scale, and grab. So it's a sort of silver color, isn't it? You might want to do perhaps the plate as the same color as the woodwork, so to speak, or the metalwork, not woodwork. But that's up to you. I think it's either painted or it is just the sort of metal. So okay, there we go. There's our handles on all of our doors. There's our grab handles, and there's our stops. So that's that outside bit there. It starts to make it look like a proper model. Okay, so let's move on then, and let's have a look at the insides. Okay, another final. another final bit, which I meant to do before we do go and do the inside. I would just wanted to do the these window frames here. So let me just come side on there. Make sure we're not selecting all the way through. Okay, so deselect. Let's deselect. Let's go vertex mode. Yep, and press C. Okay, and just select these faces. I didn't really want that one there, and just make sure you've not selected. There's one. Any of the inside vertices. So yeah, that looks okay. Yep, happy with that. Okay, then just go mesh, separate by selection. There we go. Okay, and there is our selection. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go end on like that. Just grab X, just pull it out just a tiny bit. Okay, let's select that, and let's now select select all the points there, and we want to extrude. Okay, and then let's scale Y. Okay, and just judge it. Yeah, that's about it. And scale Z. So let's try and match it up evenly. Yeah, okay, so that's it. I'm happy with that. And now select all, and let's E and X. Make sure you're going in the right X direction, and there we go. Just make a flip fin plate of it. So there we go. And let's edit mode, select all, and let's just go to UV editing, side on like that, UV, project from view, alt, select it all, and UV, project from view. There we go. Select and scale, and just grab it and move it there. So that's it. Okay, and there we have it. Let's have a look at it in situ, so to speak, see if it stands out. Yep. Okay, so what we could do with is put a bit of smoothing on now. Let's go object, shade smooth. Now if it doesn't look as if it's shaded smooth, which this doesn't at the moment, let me come into layout mode so you might be able to see it a bit better. Yeah, so if it doesn't look as if it's shaded quite smooth, it may be that your normals are not all the right way round. So just go, I'm just going to switch here, make sure, take auto smooth off. There you go, and that looks quite ugly, which suggests that the normals aren't the right way round. So let's select all, make sure it's all selected, and let's go mesh, normals, recalculate outside. There we go, and a much smoother surround. And let's just put the auto smooth on. There we go, and that looks quite nice. Actually probably looks nicer than the actual vehicles that I've seen. Looks quite battered at times, these Windows surrounds. Anyway, so that's it, that's the Windows surround. So let me just let's add the array on. Okay, take relative off. Let's reset the scaling. Okay, so otherwise this constant offset won't work properly. There we go, 9, constant offset, same magic figure, -1.916. There we go, and that should match up to all the windows. Okay, so I'm just going to duplicate that. So let's duplicate it, and let's just grab Y, move it there for now, side on, and I want this to be quite accurate. Okay, so let me check where the surround is. It's this line here, so let me grab Y. Okay, it's the inner one. Okay, just make sure that you grab Y, you line it up exact, otherwise it won't meet when it gets further down the carriage. So there we go, that is it. Okay, there's the window surrounds. Okay, and we've got the stops, the handle, and the grab handle there. So that's it. This really is the end of this part, and we're going to go and do some of the furniture in the carriage. So we'll see you then.